like how we go from, like, really low quality with the computer to moderate quality with a flip camera.
Hey guys, welcome to Perspective, where we give you a new look on anything and everything. Today, we're going to talk about some more questions that our friends and family gave to us. So let's start, Matthew.
Okay.
For our first question, let's go. What's your dream job? And, like, why?
I really want to work at Disney World, just because I love being there. Every time I go there, it's just, this is going to sound really cliche, but it's magical. It really is such a great time, and so why wouldn't I want to work there? So
That's, as an Imagineer, like as the engineer of
Yeah.
the things, do you have any ideas now for things that you'd
I've
love to see made? Like,
thought about
not like specific. Was there something you'd like to see them make, even if you don't go? Because personally, now that Disney's gotten like Star Wars and Marvel, I think they could just really hit the ball out of the park with things like
They could.
In the Avengers movie, they had that like New York scene. How about doing that? How about like where you're like,
Their biggest problem is space, which really isn't that big of an issue. They've got a bunch of space. It's just
yeah, that's true. I think I heard somewhere that like legally they're not allowed to buy any more space because they're like the government doesn't want them to like get a monopoly. And basically, monopoly's not good in any sense, guys. Not a good game, not good for capitalism.
It's a terrible game.
Communism, I mean, probably not good for that either. Oh, yeah, I've got to answer the question.
Yeah,
So, my dream job currently, I love speaking, talking, anything. I want to be a
Yeah.
politician, but when people say politician, normally you think, oh, this guy's all about it for like himself and stuff like that. I want to be the politician that people love, the one that's actually out to make things better for the people that look up to him. That's what my goal is, because that's what I'm striving for, actually. Not only is it my dream job, it's what I want to do, and it's what I'm trying to do. So,
I mean, being a politician and doing what's good for the people like a politician should do.
yes, doing what a politician was made to do, speaking out for the people in a way that the people can't.
Okay. Next question.
Okay, let's go with, let's go with, your biggest pet peeve. I've heard you say before that you don't like when people say, I could care less.
That
Because
does.
that's grammatically incorrect and stupid.
It bothers me so much because what they're trying to say is I couldn't care less because they couldn't care less about the subject they're talking about. And when they say I could care less, that means they kind of care about it.
It's kind
They
of interesting
actually
to them.
kind of care about it, and so it bothers me so much when people say I could care less when they mean I couldn't.
Okay. Is there anything else you dislike? Because, like, one of my biggest things, it's not really, like, a well-known pet peeve. It's just something that really angers me. It's when people whine about things that there's no, like, argument for. Like, you walk in one day and someone's like, ugh, it's 7 o'clock. Like, what
Yeah.
did 7 o'clock ever do to you? Like, I'm sorry you had to wake up before 7 o'clock, but it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
like 7 o'clock, like, stole your lunch money.
I can think of many people like that.
I can too, but...
Probably thinking of the same person.
Maybe. I don't know. But, and there's, like, other things, like, you go into, like, a food place or something, and you're like, they don't have the toppings I want. Well, you chose to go to that food place. That's your problem. That's your fault. Or just that, the sort of thing that you can see many different options that they could have chosen, but they're whining about a bad decision that they made. So I think that's what it is. I hate it when people make bad decisions and can't deal with those.
Something else that bothers me is, like you said, people who make bad decisions, but I'm thinking more moral decisions, bad moral decisions, and then can't deal with the consequences of their poor moral decisions.
Because they have the option to not make those bad moral decisions, no matter what people like say, what the like social thought is that people get pressured into things. I have never once gotten into an experience where I even had to take a moment's thought, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. If that even crosses my mind, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't do this. I mean, I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but that's not a common thought, I think, when I'm, like, doing homework or something. Like, I don't know. I mean,
sometimes
I
it's
don't, morally
I
think, like,
shouldn't
hey,
be doing
maybe this homework's not good for me. I may not want to, but it's not like that.
Have a revolt because homework is immoral.
What?
You're saying, I've never felt that I should revolt from homework because it's immoral.
Okay. Let's just... No, I'm not going to understand that.
Okay.
I can let's go on to, what's the most awkward conversation you've ever had? I don't care what it is, Matthew. Go for it.
Well, I mean, this is probably the general answer for anyone who's probably above the age of 11. It's the talk. The birds and the bees.
Okay. Well, I don't think anybody wants you to go into depth about that.
No one does.
But the one thing on that topic that really just bothers me is why it's called the birds and the bees.
I have one.
Because birds and bees don't go together in any sense.
They both start with the letter B. That's about it.
Okay. Good.
Maybe that's
the
got
birds and the
something
bees,
to do.
everybody, because they're both bee.
Your turn.
Okay. What was the question I asked? It was
most awkward.
Most awkward conversation. Oh, give me a second. Oh, I think it is. I don't really have like a specific one. Like, constantly, I grew up as a child like a really weird, asking like really just out there questions. So constantly, it's just like. I don't have one like specific moment, but constantly I'd like be with my mom or dad and like ask them a question, and they just first they wouldn't answer it, and then they give me this look like, "Are you for real?" And then when like I ask them again, they just look at me like I shouldn't like be there. Like what is wrong with you? And needless to say, that didn't make me feel the best about myself as a child.
That's when you respond, "Mom and Dad, I'm just trying to get smarter."
Yeah, I wasn't smart enough to say that as a child. Let's have one last question before we finish. If you went to jail, Matthew, what would it be for?
I was really hoping you wouldn't ask this question because I have no earthly idea.
I can see myself going to jail really easily for, what is it for, can you go to jail for, like, bad-mouthing people? Like, like bad-mouthing people, like insulting them in public?
Maybe.
Because I insult a lot of people, and may need to stop doing that, but it's so much fun.
It depends on the person you insult. That's when it.
I mean, it doesn't matter for me.
You,
They bother me, they get insulted.
you sure you wouldn't go to jail for like running away from a police or indecent exposure?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't, first off, guys, I don't, no, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, yeah. Let's not go there. I mean, if I ran from a policeman, it would, hopefully I would have planned out, like, that I might get into trouble with this, so I'd have, like, a hoodie or something, or, like, a mask or something, so they couldn't, like, recognize me, and, it's, honestly, it's pretty simple to, in my mind, when I imagine these things, to get away from, like, a policeman or something. You just, have to outrun them, which could probably be the most difficult part. But as you're like running, you've got to constantly be looking for a place to like slip off so that you can like outthink them. That's your biggest problem, because they're when they do like chases or things, they're following you. They don't know what your plan is. So if you're the most spontaneous about it, they won't be able to keep up with you. Yeah, okay, so let's go out on that, guys. You've just learned how to outsmart a cop. Thanks for watching Perspective. I'm Noah.
And I'm Matthew.
And please subscribe and comment for anything that you'd like us to talk about on another episode. Thank you, and good night.
And next time, don't stand.